Hey, this is Michaela, and you're listening to Dan Lupinski on the Dan Lupinski radio program.
Thank you, Michaela. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Dan
Happy,
Lipinski Internet Radio Show. I am your host, Dan Lipinski. Very grateful you could join me. A little bit cloudy outside, a little bit rainy. High at 62. Gonna rain until tomorrow. Tomorrow's high can be only 53, but hey, the weather's getting better. My guest today is Kristin West, actress and producer. Kristin, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me on, Dan.
Oh, very very, very grateful to have you on again, and it's always a joy for me to talk to you.
Thank you. It's a
Always.
joy for me to talk to you.
So, Kristen, how are you?
I'm doing great. A lot of cool stuff is happening right now, and it's spring in beautiful Los Angeles, California. So what more could a girl want? I'm doing really well, and things are going great for the projects and the teams that I'm a part of, and I'm so glad to get to share these updates with you today.
Cool. Now, Seeking Valentina got nominated for Rondo Hatton Classic Horror Award for Best Short Film.
Yes, that's right. Seeking Valentina is a project that I worked with Armin Nasseri on, the director Armin Nasseri, and it's a Lynchian-esque psychological thriller about grief, where a grieving writer loses his wife, and then a mysterious tenant who's eerily similar to his wife, played by me, comes to his home, and then things start to unravel for him when this happens, and you never quite know what's reality and what's not. We've been to several film festivals all over the world, actually, and we're going to be playing in Singapore um, in April, actually, as well. And we just got word about 2 weeks ago that we were nominated for the very prestigious Rondo Hatton Classic Horror Award, which is an award that is made by fans of the horror and thriller genre. And it's basically an award by fans for fans. You have films like Star Wars nominated. You have also some of the more prestigious horror magazines like Diabolique, Dread Central, Fangoria, also nominated. So it's very much a connoisseur's award for horror, and we're very humbled and excited to be nominated for this really esteemed recognition of the project.
Yeah, I was looking at that list you sent me. You and Krampus is on there. We're going to talk to Jason Hull on Sunday.
Neat.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, yeah. So it's an award that you can that anybody who's a fan of horror can vote on. I'll actually post up the link a little bit later, and you can vote in several different categories if you want as well. They have best feature, best short, best magazine, best review, best cover of a magazine, because there are fan magazines for horror for people who are not aware. There are fan magazines that are just explicitly devoted to all things horror, whether it's studio made horror or independent horror. And it was just a real honor to really be recognized for this. And
right.
I'm excited to share it with people, and I'm excited that people thought the movie was worthy of that recognition. There's some kind of nominating committee for it as well, which adds a certain amount of um, prestige as well. And I'm just really excited about that. It's been just over a year since we filmed Seeking Valentina. We
Yeah,
actually wrapped up in Big Bear on February the 28th of last year. So it came just as we were kind of reminiscing about what we had been able to accomplish with the film.
right. Now you're going to be playing in Oklahoma and Las Vegas, right?
Yes, Seeking Valentina is going to be at Barebones International Film Festival in Muskogee, Oklahoma, in in April. I believe the date is April 23rd. I will update those dates as well. And
Okay.
then we are also going to be at the Las Vegas Galaxy Film Awards on April 28th.
Okay.
And we have those events posted up on the Seeking Valentina Facebook site as well. And I'll be sure to put them on the comments of our interview today as well.
No, no, this roundup work, and anybody go on there and still vote.
Absolutely. You have till April 1st to vote. And basically, you take the ballots online and you can copy and paste the ballot into your email and then vote for whatever you would like to vote for. If you don't feel like you want to vote for certain things, you just don't vote for them. So
Okay.
you can kind of self-select what you vote for.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
because I
really
know
cool. You send it in
I
and
voted
they
for a
email
couple of
you
them.
back confirmation. I'm
Yeah.
sorry?
I says I voted.
Yay! Mwah!
I voted. I
Thank
showed my
you.
support.
Thank you for voting.
You're welcome.
Everyone should vote. Practice on the horror film ballot and then you can vote for the president.
That's right.
That'll get
That's
you warmed up.
so so a lot of good's happening with Seeking Valentina. I mean, before you even started this whole thing, before you started filming, did you even see any of this being a success that it has been?
You know, it's exceeded our wildest hopes and aspirations. You know, this was always a project that Armin was close to Armin's heart and it was close to my heart. And, you know, we put all our effort into it, pushed ourselves to the max. We had a wonderful crew that was with us 100% all the way. And I'm so glad that it's getting this recognition because everybody now gets to see in all these different places. We played in Singapore. We're going to play in Singapore. We've played in India twice now. We're going to be playing in India for a third time as well.
Wow.
We're playing across the United States. At some point, we're getting to Europe. I'm not sure when.
Yeah.
But we've been able to show the talents of this group of people all over the world, which being a producer on the project as well is extremely exciting to me that we get to show people this work, that you don't have to just be in the United States to see it. You can see it if you're in Manipur, India, which is really cool. So it's always exceeded our wildest expectations. And I can't wait to see what's next because we've only been completed with the film for about 8 months. We finished it in June. So
Uh-huh.
we had to do the post from about February to June. And it still has a lot of life on the film festival circuit. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, we ought to do another show or get you and Ali and all you guys on. Talk to all you guys about it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Vita and Ollie have, I'm sure you've spoken to Vita. Vita is social butterfly of the century, and she does such a great job in this film playing her role. And
They
it's
could
a
all
really
come and
great
hang out.
performance. Yeah, we should all do that. I'll talk to Armin about that when I see him next, which will be tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ollie won Best Actor at Fantastic Horror Film Festival in the short film program for this role, which is just a tribute to his ability as an actor
Right.
as well. And we're just so proud of the recognition that the whole cast and crew has received. We've had acting nominations, we've had directing nominations, we've had Best Short nominations. So it's been a really, really amazing, and also our composer too, Skycross. He won Best Score at Fantastic Horror Film Festival. So everybody brought their A game to this project, and it
Right.
was really exciting to see the fruits of this.
Okay. Uh. No, you said Tawan Bazemore. He did a lot of color work on this film too, didn't he? We'll be talking to him on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Tawan's an amazing guy. Tawan has such an intense appreciation of of color. Not many people know this about filmmaking, but when you make the film, you're constantly considering color.
Right.
What are the actors going to wear? Is that color symbolic? What kind of mood are you trying to create? And so there are things we do with lighting and with choosing colors on set that help the mood. And then in post, a colorist comes in and helps kind of turn some colors up and turn some colors down. And Armin had connected with Tawan Bazemore. He has over 40 professional credits in coloring, and he was so wonderful to come on board with our project and really help bring Armin's vision to life. And we were so happy to work with him. He's got a tremendous eye, and the film really has a lot of the film's somberness comes through in the color work that he did, and just brings all the themes up more. And we're so happy and grateful to have him on board. He's also a talented director in his own right. He's got Hibiscus. I'm aching to see it. I missed my last chance. I'm gonna see it. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. When it's coming to a film festival around you, Tawan's got, he's mad talented guy. Love working with him. And he was a great asset to our production. I can't praise Tawan Bazemore enough. So that's kind of what's going on there. And last time we saw Tawan, we saw him at the Culver City Film Festival, which was really cool to see him there.
Let's start the whole thing over again.
Let's see if she can get back in here. Let's see, come back in now. I had a chat going, and see, I didn't have the live control room. I didn't go from the live control room because they were slow on uploading the live control room.
I lost you.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sorry. It's my
That's
fault.
okay. I think that was us.
Yeah, I had my laptop computer here is a little bit slow sometimes, and I had an extra window open that I shouldn't have
Oh,
for the chat.
got it. It's okay. I remember we were talking about Tawan
Yeah.
and how wonderful she is. And people should check out Hibiscus for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
film and he did it. Yeah, you should definitely check that out. I need to as well, but I know it's wonderful because it's Tawan, so everybody should see it if you have an opportunity.
Right.
If it's at a festival near you, go see it for sure.
James Worley asks, how can he get an autograph photo?
Okay. You can email. There's a contact on kristinwest.net. There should be a contact box on the website. If you fill it out with your address, James, I will send it to you. Thank you for asking. That's very sweet. I love signing autographs, mostly because I have pretty handwriting and I like to show people that I have nice handwriting.
So now, Kristen, talk about
I'm a southpaw, actually. So,
Southpaw.
sometimes there are challenges with handwriting.
Southpaw. Just don't,
Yeah.
just don't give anybody a black eye. Now, Kristen, you want to talk about True TV? You know, you were on Rachel Dratch's late night snack. That's kind of like a new show you're doing, right? Hello.
Oh, yeah. Um, just so you know, the audio went in and out just a little bit, but I think I got the thrust of the question. I recently had the opportunity to work with comedy duo Trip and Tyler,
Okay.
and they are from Georgia, and they have a huge YouTube following. And True TV actually has a new late night show. It's on True TV. It's called Rachel Dratch's Late Night Snack. Rachel Dratch was on SNL, and she hosts this show that has short form comedy, kind of a hybrid between what you would see maybe on SNL and
Right.
maybe you would see on YouTube, which is super exciting. So I got to work with Trip and Tyler and Joey Piscopo on a sketch called Don't Be That Guy, and it will be coming out on True TV on Rachel Dratch's show this season.
That's pretty cool. Joe Piscopo, he's still around doing stuff, huh?
Well, I worked with his son Joey.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Joe, I would say, he has a huge. I looked him up. He has a huge Twitter following himself too, which is cool.
Okay. Now you can be on a thing called "Don't Be That Guy."
Yeah, Don't Be That Guy is the segment on the True TV show, and I play Joey's wife in the segment. So it comes on Thursdays at 11 p.m. on True TV.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what the air date of mine was. I thought it was going to be last week, but it might be coming up soon. And as soon as I know, I will definitely update you.
Cool.
Alec Baldwin is also
I got
appearing
watch
on
it.
the show. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, there's all different comedy skits. Somebody did one about the moon landing, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And basically, it's just different skits in time. So you're not it, and all of them have plots unto themselves, which is neat. But you're not for the 30 minutes of the show goes by fast because you're going from short storyline to short storyline, which is very neat. And I was just really happy to work with such really talented people in comedy. Trip and Tyler are amazingly funny. They're very down to earth in their comedy. They like to base their comedy on real situations
Okay.
that people encounter every day. And Joey is amazing at doing character work. The character work he does in the skit is really off the chain, amazingly funny. And it was just so great to get to work with them on set. And then when I heard that Rachel Dratch was hosting and curating the show, it was just like, whoa,
Yeah.
awesome. So it's really a cool opportunity. I'm so glad to be able to share it with everyone, and so honored to get to work with them too, as well.
Yeah. It sounds like you had a lot of fun doing it, though.
Comedy is amazing. I was classically trained. I went to conservatory. I did my Shakespeare. I did all of those things that you're supposed to do. And comedy has always been something for me that I have been able to do, and I did improv, and it takes a special kind of mind frame and a special kind of person to do comedy, and you have to have a certain timing as well. There's a certain rhythm to it, and it's tremendously challenging. The people that make you laugh are so talented. I can't even tell you. There's an art form to itself, and I love getting to kind of express my funny side. People have seen me in roles both kind of comedic roles. Strangers in a Book playing Destiny was kind of the comedic interlude in that very trippy film. Seeking Valentina was a much heavier role for me. But being comedic is something that I like to share with people.
Right.
And I hope I get to do more of it. It was fun.
Sounds like it. So you enjoy more of the funnier stuff than the more serious stuff.
If someone handed me, Lady Macbeth tomorrow, I would take it in a heartbeat. I will take things that I think are challenging and gritty. I'll take things that are light and airy and fun. I think the opportunity to really explore all the different notes of yourself, because
Right.
we have our funny moments. You're a funny guy, Dan. You got a big smile. I got a big smile, but I'm sure there's stuff that gets you serious and gets you angry. There's stuff that gets me serious and angry.
Oh yeah.
I think one thing about acting is you kind of have to explore all of those as much as you're comfortable doing.
Yeah.
So I like having variety in my work, and working with in different types of genres, and working with different types of productions and different types of people. I like having that sort of zigzag from project to project. It makes me feel alive and vibrant.
There's too many things in life where it's all gloom and doom and too much seriousness, and sometimes you gotta laugh.
Yeah, I mean, and
Say,
sometimes you laugh so hard you cry. And
say like when you're
I
say
think
like when
that's
you're at a good. Say like when you're at a stoplight, and all of a sudden just practice laughing, just out of the blue, laugh out loud for an unknown reason. Everybody just can look at you
right.
like,
Well,
ooh, what's wrong with him?
there's a lot of no, well, I mean, true. And there's actually, I was very blessed a few years ago. I would say about right before I came to LA, I went to London, and I got the opportunity to take some classes at the Globe.
Yeah,
And one of the instructors at the Globe, he's the master of voice. So he's not your voice instructor, he's the master of
Mr.
voice. And his
Voice.
name is Stuart. Yeah, the master of voice. His name is Stuart Pierce. And one of the things that working with him or in a workshop was that there's different voice in your body. There's not just
Yeah,
voice here, there's voice here, there's voice in your belly.
yeah,
There's and if you practice enough, I'm sure there'd be voice in your toes too. There's your body is full of sounds, and we only, we suppress our sounds. We 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 talk, we always have that moment in our life when, damn it, I should have said something. We hold it
yeah,
back.
yeah,
We're like clench our
yeah.
teeth, and you know you know stuff like that, and that voice is still there in your body, and it wants to be expressed.
Right.
and and I think, a good laugh is a great thing. It's a great way to shake off some of those things you weren't able to say that you wanted to say, or just laughing off just
Nervousness.
things that you maybe took too seriously in the moment.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right because it's like if you were gonna say something and you wanted to say it but you didn't say it, but it's like if you're gonna give a speech or talk, there was things you wanted to say, but what you said you didn't say, but then after it was all over, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I mean, those are still with you. That thought doesn't just kind of, go away.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
there. You know, darn it if I'd only said this to him, or darn it if I'd only said that to her. You know what? I should have said that to her. She deserves it so much. People hold that, and it has emotional weight. And that's when you act, you have to draw upon that
right, right.
to do the work. And I think it's a valid, laughing in the car, and I think the car is the great under-acknowledged private space too,
Oh yeah.
because there's so much that you will do and say about in the car that you would not even dare bring into your house.
No, no. So how many of us get heated just sitting in traffic, especially when an idiot cuts in front of you or something.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna write them off, but they're just gonna cut off the next guy. But way I look at it is like, some of them are just that much in a hurry to get to the stoplight before you do.
I
I think
even
that,
yell at drivers on the bus.
yeah, right. Isn't it
Yeah,
something
and you
you
have
just?
to wonder what that driver's thinking about you as he or she has this giant vehicle and they're like, in the urban sprawl trying to navigate. That's like, see,
Isn't
I
it?
would
Isn't,
love to be a bus driver because it's like, you got maybe 40 people. They all have different feelings about you to greater and lesser degrees. You're concerned, you have to be concerned for their safety, but if they're antagonizing you, how much does that go up or down? That would be interesting, and that's like the stuff of life. And then there are crazy people on the bus. I see that a lot. It's just like,
yeah, yeah,
oh, where did you
yeah.
come?
I mean, there's things in life. You really take a look at it. There is something to laugh. I think people themselves are just funny to watch.
Yeah, I think everybody is we're all the same and we're all different. And that's kind of the fun part of being an actor, is that you it's kind of like a Venn diagram. It's like, okay, I'm this and you're that, and where do we meet in the middle? Where's that middle intersection where we have enough of a similarity to
Yeah,
become one another, which is awesome. And that's an awesome exploration um to undergo. And then, you know, like, how am I like an ether ghoul? Well, what's an ether ghoul? When you play fantastical characters,
yeah, yeah.
then you kind of have to find, okay, what about them is human? What about them is not human?
Right.
What about them is like my cat?
Yeah,
I will default to that because I can observe my cat. What
yeah,
about what about them is like a creature I saw at the zoo? There's different ways to approach the art, and everybody has their bag of tricks, their ways of working, and it's fun to work with other actors like Tripp and Crosby, and I mean Tripp and Tyler
right.
and Joey Piscopo, because you can see how they work and you can see the work they've done and how they've kind of arrived to that, how they maintain the work in between takes. Because it's, with film and people, what you see on the screen is one fluid experience, but it may have taken us 20 takes to get one shot of that experience right.
Yeah,
Someone didn't turn the
yeah,
mic on loud enough, we dropped something, someone flubbed a line. So you have to be able to maintain that energy, and while it's happening in a very staccato way.
yeah.
So that's why I love working with all different types of people, because different people work differently, even though they're arriving towards the same goal.
Right. Okay. Now, Strangers in the Book is going to Europe, and you got Europe. They're going to the Cannes and the festival in Germany, right?
Yeah, this is very exciting. Strangers in a Book was written by Pedram Navab, stars Vita Ghaffari, and is about a woman named Sarah who finds a mysterious book, and Vita plays that role. And it basically, this book has clues about her life and existence. It's an existentialist kind of movie in a way. And so she's trying to find the writer of the book, and in finding the writer of the book, she questions her own life. It is a short film. It's very much, it's sort of Twilight Zone-esque in a way. Um, and it's very much a mind-bending film. And it's gotten the attention of European audiences in particular this season. It's playing at Finno in Germany. And then it's going to play at the Marche du Film at Cannes, which is really exciting. People are going to see it at a premiere event. A lot of people attend the Marche du Film, and John Mack is also in the film. Christy McGinnity is also in the film. Marv Blauvelt is also in the film. Carl Bressler does voiceover work. You may recognize Carl's voice. You don't actually see him on screen,
Okay.
but you might hear his voice. And the score of the film, the soundtrack is very kind of forward new wave music, which adds to its appeal. It's all done in black and white. It's a very artistic film.
Okay.
Not that not all films are artistic, but this one has particular care and homage to artistry, which is very compelling. And I think that's why it's attracting those audiences. Really proud of it myself. I helped produce it with Vita, and it's really exciting to see that film also find an audience and flourish. And I play Destiny. I actually play a comedic role in that film.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Shakespeare, in very serious plays, would have close to the end of the third act, he would have a comedic character come in and break the tension so that you would laugh before you had to cry again.
Right.
Happens in Richard II, happens in the Scottish play, happens in a lot of different of his works. And Pedram in his writing carried on that idea. And so I'm kind of the comedic relief right before the film gets heavy again, which is exciting. And I love those kind of roles too. So I play Destiny, who Sarah literally knocks on the door of destiny, which
Okay.
is very, allegorical and interesting to ponder. So, if you like films that are that you have to think about, both Strangers in a Book and Seeking Valentina have that quality. You really have to engage with them to fully not only understand them, and it goes beyond understanding, but to fully see the world that they've created. So that's a great thing for that film, and I'm really happy and proud of everybody who's been a part of that. Hello. Are you there, Dan? Dan, are you there? Dan. Dan? Did we lose you?
Okay, we're back, and now we got to get Kristin back. Hold on.
All right, I think we're back now. It's a lot of internet traffic, and Google does that. I have no explanation for it. Perhaps we could send a note to them and ask them why this is happening. I've given it a good rating. Oh, Kristen's back too. Can you?
I'm sorry, I broke the internet.
You,
Yeah, I think we did. So
there's a lot of traffic on Google Plus, and they once in a while will get kind of wonky with their connection, and that's what's happening with us. I'm monitoring the live stream on the tablet on the side because I don't want to have any
Okay.
other windows open that'll interfere with it.
Got
But
it.
that's that's a live broadcast. That's what happens.
Absolutely. You have to be prepared for anything. You have
yeah,
to be able to deal with the chaos.
And I
that's true.
hope our viewers stick with us. I hope they understand. I do see one viewer. It's Jim Worley. He's a longtime friend, and
Bye, Jim.
he was asking questions and stuff.
So Kristen, what do you enjoy the most about being a producer?
You really get to take a project from start to finish and see it fully realized, which as an actor, you don't get that experience. You're there for 3 or 4 days. You do your part, you really invest in creating your part, and then you leave, and you don't have a lot of control over what you're doing. You don't have control over what you wear, what you say. When you're a producer, you're the one taking charge and putting the vision forward, for better or worse. So for me, it's kind of a good balance, because on some projects I can act, do my part, and go. And then on things I really am invested and care about a lot, something I feel like needs to be seen or needs to be shown, I can really take the lead and produce something that I think is amazing and awesome. And it's a good balance for me, to be able to have those two parts, because one, you have a lot of control, and another you don't.
Right.
So it's a good balance, so that I can kind of bounce between them. I also tell people it's like the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. When you're a producer, you're planning.
Right.
We're going to eat at this time. It's going to cost this much. We need to budget for all of these things. It's going to take this many days, and you're constantly planning. With
Right.
acting, you are reacting, you are responding to whatever comes at you in the moment. So I found that the path of sanity for me is to have a little bit of both in my life going on at any given time.
Right. Right. Is there anything you're working on in the coming future?
I'm constantly working on stuff. I don't have anything I can talk about really right now. I
Okay.
do have projects in development, and I'm trying to get stuff ready to be funded and things like that. I'm auditioning constantly, and I'm hoping to get something new up and going soon. If you want more time-specific updates, everybody should go to my website, www.kristinwest.net.
Okay.
And that takes you right to my Twitter feed, right to my Facebook. And what I've been up to takes you to my recent articles and events and things like that. And also, I would say my YouTube channel, like any recent clips of me usually go up there pretty quickly as well.
Okay. Well, Kristen, it's been fun talking to you, and we'll keep in touch. And I'm grateful to have you on this afternoon. And again, if anybody watching, apologize for any difficulties we had this afternoon. Of course, that's going to happen. But again, thank you, Kristen, for being with us. You have a great Wednesday, and you take care.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for taking care of all the technical stuff. And thank you to all of Dan's listeners who listen to Dan and support Dan. Mwah, we love Dan.
Thank you.
Yay! And thank you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to getting the Seeking Valentina people together with you. And I can't thank you and all of your listeners for the support.
Oh,
I'll
sure.
post up some links pretty quick. And please vote. Please engage. I love notes. I will sign autographs. And big hug to everyone. Yay!
All right. All right, you take care, and you have a great day, and God bless. Thank you.
You too. Bye, hun.
Bye bye. All right, that was Kristin West, producer and actress. Hope you enjoyed that interview. Again, this is Dan Lupinski, host of the Dan Lupinski Internet Radio Show. And again, I apologize for any technical difficulties this afternoon. So remember this: no act of kindness, no matter how small, is never wasted. So you guys have a great Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week. Like I said, we'll be back here on Saturday with Tawan Bazemore. We'll have Jason Hull on Sunday, and Joan Mack next Tuesday. So we got a lot of stuff planned for you. So be here, be square. We'll be talking to you. Let at least one person know you love them, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.